everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here, is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health, and coaching paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that for your listening pleasure. We got over 1,300 of these available, and we try to add on a consistent basis. So the first thing is, if you're looking for coaching, life, business, relationship, would love to be of assistance to you. Please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will give you a contact with me or a member of my team. We can make something happen for you. Anyway, so the first thing is, if you're faking happy, the first thing is you see people with a lot of non-emotional responses to things. So lack of emotion is a sign of faking happy. In other words, you kind of go through the motions. Body language may match with the idea of being happy, but if there isn't an emotional impulse, ultimately you may be faking it. And then the other thing is the prevalence of fakeness or falseness or appearing happy, but only on social media. Social media, I think, has been one of the biggest detriments to human communication skills and just the ability of people to feel connected. At the end of the day, performing for a camera is what many people are doing due to the benefit of social media. They're pretending to be happy, and ultimately, if a person looks happier than you are, you may be less likely to express your emotions, feelings, and thoughts about what's going on in your real life. And so that level of personal isolation potentially is problematic for a number of reasons. It leads to a bunch of challenges, emotionally speaking, and there's challenges there as it relates to trying to make there's issues there, and certainly the ability to connect on a deeper level can sometimes be struggle filled, and so understanding how to get to a better place within yourself can also be something that a lot of people have to figure out, have to make things go forward with. The next thing is you're tired. The person is tired all the time. Physical exhaustion can be a problem for a number of reasons, but generally speaking, when a person's pretending to be something they're not and caring about being on versus legitimately being in a good emotional and mental space, they'll become physically tired because it takes a lot of extra energy to pretend to be what you're not, or to pretend to be happy, pretend to be good, pretend to be in an upbeat mood, because you're constantly thinking how other people are looking at you, thinking about you, seeing how you're behaving, and figuring out whether or not they are they buying this? Do they believe in what's there as it relates to me? And so the constant mental stimulation and overstimulation of trying to connect on a deeper level with, is someone buying this? Are we really getting anywhere? That's a major challenge, and so those challenges ultimately can get even more and more intense as we begin to go deeper into things. Fake happiness also leads to self-isolation, social isolation. Social isolation, self-isolation leads to a lot of problems because at the end of the day, there's a lot of challenges that come forward through making those types of decisions, and ultimately can lead you in a direction that doesn't really make a lot of sense. The social isolation aspect is ultimately, if you're constantly faking something, you may feel out of balance, you may feel uncomfortable, you may feel like nothing is going the way you plan, and so it's exhausting to try to constantly be on. If you're going into on a physical level deeper addiction, be it substance addiction, addiction to attention, addiction to anything pretty much, it's another sign that you may fake being happy, because ultimately you may need the mood alteration to stabilize your emotional state. And a lot of people don't realize that when a person is trying to be something they're not, going into addiction may often be an end result, especially in the work I do with addiction recovery. a lot of people think I'm this way, and I have to pretend, so I've got to alter my mood, alter my being, and that ultimately doesn't go very well for them. So hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.